quilters, welcome to AccuQuilt Live. I am Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert. Hey, thanks so much for joining us today, the week of Thanksgiving. Miss Christina's in the house. How are you, my friend?
Good. Tired,
okay, what are you
good.
making for Thanksgiving?
Well, I baked rolls.
Yes, I'm proud of her because she did a good job.
And now I volunteer to make deviled eggs. So
in your spare time?
Yep, all my spare time.
Excellent.
That's fine.
That's all right. That's good. I'm doing the whole thing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mason and Emily are with us tomorrow, and then Taylor and Katie and the kids are Friday.
There you go.
For like leftovers and pie.
Yeah, the leftovers are the best part.
Yeah, that's what we're digging. All right, let's see where everyone's watching today. Monica is watching from Argentina. Hola, Monica. So many people watching from all over the place. Texas, South Dakota, Oklahoma. We're glad that you've joined us today. All right, quilters, are you ready? I'm going to move that because chances of Taylor calling today, pretty darn good. I'll move it out of the way. All right, quilters, this is a different Thanksgiving, right, Christina?
Yeah, it's weird this year.
It's a little odd, right? Typically, we travel or have family travel to us. Typically, we have lots and lots of people. We want everybody to stay safe and healthy. So we are having small groups and kind of dividing and conquering those groups. So we're not going to travel as much. So we're going to be a little reminiscent. So here is the picture of the day. This is a great place in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Hey, shout out if you're watching from Chattanooga. It's called Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga. Have you been to Tennessee, Christina?
I've been to Nashville.
Nashville is a great place. Justin and our team works from Nashville, right? Hi, Justin. Not to be confused with the Justin here in the studio. Lookout Mountain is in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And Christina, did you know this? You can stand at Lookout Mountain and see 7 states.
I didn't know that. I've never heard of this before.
It's the coolest place ever. I know, because you think 4 corners, you can lay there, and
right,
which you thought you'd been to but haven't.
No, I haven't been there. I thought I was, but I've never, I don't know why.
I feel like you would remember laying there.
I would think so too. I think I was on the Nevada-Arizona line.
Oh, sure.
And I think that's what I thought was 4 corners.
It's not.
I don't know.
It's not. So Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you can see 7 states. And I looked it up because I couldn't remember. Here are the 7 states. Tennessee, because you're in Chattanooga. Kentucky, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama. So it's kind of cool. You have a little lookout, what is that called? Telescope. That's the word we're looking for. Okay, so here's the question of the day. Since we're all home for Thanksgiving, how many U.S. states have you been to? Okay? When we're all done, I'll tell you how many I've been to. I think I've told people before, but it's quite a few. All right. Now, today we're going to make this really fun throw quilt with the new Arkansas Traveler die. And it's hanging there behind Christina. Okay, now, listen. First of all, I had a picture of this quilt. I didn't see it in person. So when I went to buy fabric, I thought it was orange and green and purple. I feel like I was channeling my inner Halloween.
I think so too.
It's not purple, but we're going to make it purple today, okay? So it's called the Arkansas Traveler die. And make sure that you download that free pattern, right, before you get started. Okay, now listen. We have such a promo for you today because it is, like, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and we're so grateful for you. Now, Christina, do we have, like, Black Friday sales coming?
Yeah, so Black Friday is currently happening.
It is.
We've had it all week long.
All week long.
Yes, and so today we're just adding on top of that, giving you the best deal possible.
We are. So on our website right now, so many things on sale.
Yes.
We're going to let you take an additional 15% off. Okay, all the stuff and things on the website, that's going to exclude new product, okay? But everything else, you can just, if it's on sale, if it's not on sale, just add an additional 15% on top. Now, is that true? Is that a true code? Like, will you ask Cody if that's true?
Yeah, because we'll see if
she's going to check with Cody because that's pretty amazing.
That's a huge sale. That's like 57% off the Go Big. So I'll double check with Cody.
Okay, she's going to double check. Dies are like 40% off, and cubes are 34% off.
I think so, if we did the math right.
Okay, see, therein lies the rub. The math, right? Okay. All right, so all you have to do is use the code GIVE15. And I think, Christina, triple rewards points?
Yes, triple rewards points today only.
Today only. The sale ends today at midnight Central Time. All right, today, because it's the Arkansas Traveler Die, and that's why we're talking about traveling and going to those states, we're going to give away an Arkansas Traveler Die and a 2-pack 6x24 cutting mat. So make sure you share to win. Because Christina, what happens if you try to use the die without a mat?
Not a darn thing.
Nothing happens, okay? So make sure you have the appropriate size mat. All right, now, today we're gonna do AccuQuilt Live and then we're off. In fact, I'm off on Monday. It's Ray's happy birthday to Ray.
Oh.
Yeah, so December 1st, we're having this huge holiday shopping extravaganza with special guest Eleanor Burns. The event starts at noon Central Time. The lovely Erica and Lynn and I will be right here in the Dream Studio. You want to make sure that you register for the event, because why do they need to register, Christina?
So that they can be eligible for all of the giveaways we're doing.
We have so many giveaways.
So many. We're giving away the house.
We are. It's so fun. Okay, so make sure that you register so that you can be part of that giveaway. All right, let's talk about this quilt and how quick and easy it can be to cut all of the pieces. Now, one of the distinct features of this particular quilt is that the blocks are turned on point. Okay, so normally the blocks are this, we're turning them on point like ballerinas on their tippy toes, right? I do love it when we turn blocks on point.
I do too. It intimidates me a little bit, but I think it just gives it a whole different look.
It does, okay? So before you start, be sure and download the free pattern at AccuQuilt.com and read all of the instructions, not just the first 3, okay? All of them, all right? Now, the Arkansas Traveler is what we call a bob, or a block on board. What does that mean? Well, it means that all the pieces you need to create an entire 12-inch block are on one die board. Now, we have a huge collection of bob dies on our website, and they all come with free patterns. Do you know we have hundreds of free patterns on our website? Christina, do you have a favorite bob?
Oh, that's really hard. I do love the Arkansas Traveler, mainly because of this quilt.
I do.
Like, I think it's so stunning.
I do. Storm at Sea, another one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love Hattie's Choice too. I love any like those like kite shapes too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so those are all great examples of bob dies. Now, I'm going to use kind of the same colorway as the project behind Christina. But if you want to totally change the colorway, maybe you want to do red, white, and blue, or maybe you want to do winter colors, whatever you want to do. At AccuQuilt.com, we have this amazing free program. It's called Go Quilt. It has a little 5-minute tutorial. Just watch the little 5-minute tutorial. And what it does is it allows you to change the colorway of not only this pattern, but up to, we have over 1,500 patterns to change the colorway. It's so great.
And not just AccuQuilt patterns. Like there's patterns from Annie's on there, all over.
Yeah.
So you can customize them all day long.
You can just click and drag. Yeah, and what you can do is we give you a color palette, or you can take pictures of your stash, which is what I have done. Okay? So check it out, AccuQuilt.com. Make sure you check out Go Quilt. Now, here is my tip of the day. Anytime you're using this die or any of our bob dies, I'm going to tell you to make a test block. You know that stash? I know you all have one. We talked about it. Okay? That stash, find some fabric from your stash and make a test block. That way you know how to lay out your fabric and which way to press your seams. Make sure you sew it together right, okay? So that's my first tip of the day. Now this die has 3 distinct shapes that would be really difficult to cut by hand. So first we have these diamonds. These are shape A. And this shape, it has a B and a BR, which stands for be right. We'll show you how to use it in just a second. And then shape C is an isosceles triangle. Now the cool thing about this die is that not only do we have these great distinct shapes, but we've cut out all the dog ears, we've given you that 1/4-inch seam allowance, everything's gonna work together perfectly, okay? So let me show you how to lay out your fabric. So the first thing you wanna do is, look at that, that was like a 2-for-1 right there, Christina. Okay, like for example, if I'm gonna cut shape A, I wanna cut them 6 layers, right? You can cut 6 layers of quilting cotton. So I'm gonna do a little math, read the pattern. It's gonna tell me how many of each color to cut. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna measure the shape. So it's about 7.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subcut my fabric, and I'm just going to add 1/4 inch on either side, okay? Now, I can cut up to 6 layers of quilting cotton, so I have 2, 4, 6. Oh, I love it when the math works, okay? The thing you want to remember is that you want to have the label of the die be at your belly, and the lengthwise grain traveling back and forth through this cutter, okay? So watch, all right? Lots of stretch, but look, there's that high and tight, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here and lay all this fabric down. And you can do 6 layers, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have the appropriate size mat. So are mats on sale, Christina?
They are not currently.
Oh, well, that's okay.
But
Get
the
all the
dies
other
are.
stuff.
All the dies.
Okay.
Most of the dies.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to use the appropriate size mat. Now, this is on a 6x24 die board, so you could use it in all of our cutters, including the Go Me, the Go Big, and the Studio cutter with the appropriate adapter. I'm going to use my Go Big today because I can.
And speaking of that Go Big, Donna just asked if the discount does work on cutters, and I just heard back from Cody. The deal today does work on cutters.
Oh my gosh. So
that
57%.
Yes, because they're already marked down, so that 15 gives you an extra boost
There you
on
go,
there too.
sweetie. There you go. Happy holidays to you.
Yeah, get
Thanks
you a
to
Go
Cody
Big.
for that
Yes.
great coat. Oh, see, I like that. Okay, here we go. Oh, gonna knock my iron right off. There we go. Yesterday, it helps if I turn it on. Yesterday, I was here in the Dream Studio, and I knocked something off, and it broke. we were doing our little rehearsal for our extravaganza. All right, Christina, how many people at what states, how many states have they gone to?
Oh gosh, I'm seeing Doris says that she's been to 48 states. Delaware and North Dakota are the only ones she hasn't been to.
Okay, North Dakota. You would think in Nebraska we go to North Dakota like every weekend. North Dakota is so far
Yeah, South
from
Dakota's
Nebraska.
a big state. It's hard to drive through.
It is.
And it's pretty flat, so it's
Yeah.
no offense to the South Dakota watchers, but it's a little boring to drive through.
Okay, Nebraska, not that exciting
Well, yeah,
either.
that's true. Western Nebraska is pretty flat.
All right, so it's come through the cutter. Static is built up because it is so dry here in the Dream Studio today. So we're going to slide our mat don't left. Here we go. Oh, wait, see? This is what happens. Just sticks to your mat. All right. Okay, what other people are saying?
Gosh, I'm seeing Connie has 30, Becca says 47.
And you've been to how many, Christina?
19.
19 is a good number.
19 or 20,
Okay.
depending on.
Well, it depends on whether she thinks she's been to the Four Corners or not. I feel like that's the answer. Okay. I have been to 49.
Okay.
All but Hawaii.
Yes. That means we need a trip.
Yeah. I wish they would open Hawaii. Hawaii, please open so I can come and hang out there. Okay. All right. So now people ask me all the time, why is AccuQuilt better than cutting with a rotary cutter? Okay, listen, with our Go products, every single time you cut fabric, it's going to be accurate. Also, with so many of our dies, like this one, we've specialized the dog ears. And all of our geometric shapes, we've added that 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now, that's a complicated process if you're trying to use a rotary cutter. Don't you think, Christina?
Yeah.
If you're trying to cut all of those pieces, okay? And these pieces right here, I would not cut by hand.
Oh,
All right. Now, once I've cut all my pieces, look how fast we did that. Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. I'm going to tell you to lay out, oh, I got to remember which, here, look at this. All right.
Ooh, Hazel said she did a driving trip a few years ago where she drove to all 50 states, and she was born in Hawaii.
Oh, Hazel, you're super smart. There you go. Okay, my nieces give me the hardest time because they live in Seattle. I'm like, Aunt Pam, you've never been to Hawaii? I'm like, have you been to Alabama, North Dakota, and Maine? And they're like, no. I'm like, don't give me a hard time. Okay? All right, so here is the half that I've already made in my, what I thought were matching Christina's colors, but they are not. Okay, so here's the deal. I am going to lay out all my pieces. Why am I going to lay out my pieces, Christina?
So that you know how to sew them.
Yes, because otherwise I do it wrong. Have you done that? Have you like not laid out your pieces and sewed them
Gosh,
on?
yes. Just about every time I make a quilt.
Just every day.
And then
every
I send
day.
you a picture with a seam ripper
Uh-huh.
and my sad face.
And a sad face. Sometimes the sad face is crying. Yep. Okay. Oh, so look at that. Can you see that green? Kind of matches my green mat. Okay, here we go. I want you to be so proud of me. There's not a single piece of grunge in this whole project.
That's rare. Are you okay?
So, I know.
Feeling okay?
2 weeks now I've done stuff. So Justin, who's here with us, producer Justin said, what is grunge? So yesterday we taught him
Had a
all about
lesson.
grunge. Yeah, and how appropriate it is. Okay, so now look. So now I've made my 4-patch, okay? And now look what I'm gonna do. This is the B, okay?
Ooh, Marianne says that your quilt looks like Mardi Gras.
Oh, that does look like my, thank you.
Love that.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so there's B, and there's B right. Okay? See how that works? So here's what happens sometimes, quilters. Sometimes I think it goes like this, and it doesn't. Ask me how I know that. Okay, here we go.
Yep, you gotta lay it out.
You gotta lay it
Have
out.
to.
You gotta do the whole B and BR thing. And then look, C goes right here. All right. Okay, now if Erica were here, she would pin. I'm not Erica, so I'm not gonna pin. Oh, but I'm gonna take my shoes off. Hold on. Okay, Christina, how many states have people gone to?
St. Nancy has been to 49.
I feel like that's like the one elusive,
Yep.
right?
Yep. I feel like it's either Alaska or Hawaii for
Yeah.
most folks.
Yeah. I have been, okay, so for a moment this morning, I thought I'd been to many of the provinces in Canada. The answer is no, I have not.
They're very big.
They are. I've been to 5 of them.
Yeah. How many are there?
Like
Total.
11.
Oh.
I know. There's like Newfoundland and the island. What's the island? Prince Edward Island, which is so far away from
Yeah,
us.
I bet.
Yeah. And I can't go to Canada.
No,
I
not
know.
yet.
I know. They've banned me from the state. Well, not just me, but all Americans. Okay, so look at this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these pieces together, and you know how I love to chain piece. So watch this. Just going to chain piece for days. Okay? All right, don't forget to share because we're giving away our Arkansas Traveler die and a 2-pack mat because, Christina, what happens if you don't have a mat?
Not a darn thing.
Not a darn thing. Okay, so look how I'm doing this. Just putting them right sides together.
Ooh, we've got a really good question from Linda.
Hi, Linda.
She wants to know how you cut pieces on a bob if you're trying to only cut certain shapes.
Oh, so that's a great question. So the answer is, it's only going to cut where there's fabric and a mat. So if I just wanted to cut the big triangles, I would just put fabric on that triangle and then a mat there and just cut it.
Yep.
That's a great question.
Ooh, a lot of folks are excited about that Go Big sale.
Ah,
Yes.
today's the day, folks.
Yes, and only till midnight.
Only till midnight Central Time.
Or truly until we run out.
Yeah, or truly until we run out. We've had that problem in the past.
Yes.
Yeah, so get those. Those Ready, Set, Goes are on sale. All of those things. Okay, so see, look how fast you could just sew this. This is totally a weekend project, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, it's a little cold here in Dream Studio. My toes are cold.
There's 13 Canadian provinces.
Oh,
Our viewers always know the answers to things I don't know.
of course they do. Of course they do. When I was a kid, I grew up in Seattle, and when I was a kid, I thought there was just Canada.
Oh, sure.
Right? You know, you think, oh, and people say, oh, I'm going to Canada. And I'm like, oh, I've been to Canada.
All of Canada.
All of Canada.
There
for
is a good
minute.
question in the comments too, is if you drive through a state or if you're in the airport in a state, does that count as
Oh,
visiting?
heck yes.
Oh, it does? Okay, good. So
Heck
then I'm
yeah.
still good.
Here's why. I have been to so many airports.
So many.
For so long, like hours and hours and hours. Absolutely, it counts. I have a friend of mine, she says, she's wrong. She says that she only counts it if you spent the night there.
Oh,
I was
well
like,
then.
heck, no. All right, so now I'm gonna press through the dark side, and today I'm gonna call the orange dark. Okay? You know how we are, us quilters, pressing to the dark side. So yeah, I feel like I've spent more time in the Atlanta airport than I have been at home some weeks.
That's me and the Chicago airport.
Yeah.
Both of them, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was in JFK for quite literally 15 minutes. Like I had to run.
Yes. I have ran through so many airports. Oh, I tell ya.
Ooh,
in Canada, I ran through an airport.
We've got a question if cubes are on sale too.
Yes, 34% off.
Yeah, with that give 15 on top, it's up to
Yeah.
34% off.
Okay. All the things are on sale today. Get them. Okay. So now I'm going to put them back in the order. And why did I press to the dark side? So when I sew these little 4 patches together, they're going to nest just beautifully. Just beautifully. Okay. Okay. All right, where have people gone?
Oh, everywhere. I'm really jealous. Some people are listing out their states that they've been to.
Oh, there you go.
Betty says she's been to 22.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Oakley has been to 9.
Oh, wow.
And she's 6. I took her places. Okay.
Bev wants to know, does it hurt the dye to have the mat but no fabric if you just want to cut certain shapes?
No, it doesn't hurt the dye, it doesn't hurt the mat, it doesn't hurt the cutter.
Nope.
It's happy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, see we cut the dog ears off here? So now it's going to line up beautifully for my little 4 patch. And what am I going to do? Chain piece for days. That's what I do.
Now Wendy's corrected us. There's 10 provinces, 3 territories.
Okay, Google it, Christina, real quick. What are the territories of Canada? Okay, because I've been to many places in Canada.
Oh.
I went to Ottawa, Canada. There's a great story about Ottawa. We're telling travel stories. That there's a moat that goes mostly around Ottawa.
Okay.
And in the summertime, obviously, it's filled with water and boats and people, fish on it and stuff. But in the wintertime, they drain it so that there's just like this much water in it. And then it freezes because Ottawa so cold in the wintertime. And you can ice skate.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fun.
it's like the world's largest ice skating rink.
So the territories are the ones way up top. So they're above the provinces.
Like at
So
the
like
North
Northwest
Pole.
Territory, Yukon Territory, and I don't want to mispronounce it, but there's another one.
Okay, good. Okay, there we go. See?
We're learning things.
See, listen, not only you get to learn how to sew, but you get to have a geography lesson here
I feel
today.
like I learned more from our audience than I did in like 4 years of high school, so this is perfect.
Right? Just amazing. Okay. All right, so look. Ta-da! Okay. And now, again, I'm just going to press to the dark side, and then I'm going to add one of those B's and BRs. Okay, don't forget, Monday I'm off. It's Ray's birthday. Tuesday, I'll be here. We're having our holiday extravaganza with our good friend Eleanor Burns. You can register for it in the comments section.
Yes, we'll post a link.
Yep, it starts at 12 noon Central Time. All good things start at 12 noon Central Time.
They do.
And it's just going to be a great time.
Are you excited to see Eleanor?
I am.
Yes.
I am. She is terrific.
And she says she always speaks so wonderfully of our products, and I love how much she loves them.
She does.
She's so
she
sweet.
does. Okay, so wait. Okay, so B, and here's BR. It's to the right of the 4 patch. So now I'm going to sew these, and look how perfect this is. Chelsea, can we get a really good shot? See how it worked perfectly? Because we cut off the dog ears, and we cut off the dog ears. So the whole piece is just going to line up perfectly. I had the great privilege of doing some videos with the lovely Eleanor Burns a few years ago. We went to San Diego, and I went with Lynn Gibney. We went and did some videos with Eleanor, and she was such a delight. And speaking of funny stories, okay, in San Diego, you can go to Mexico without a passport. You can just drive down Interstate 5,
Okay.
go and then make a big U-turn,
Oh, okay.
and then come back so you can go to Mexico. So I made Lynn go to Mexico with me. She was terrified, okay, just for the record.
Thank you, Rusan. She says it's Nunavut. That is the other territory.
See, there we go.
She even wrote it phonetically for me.
I love our customers.
They're so kind.
So great. Okay, so I'm adding B and BR. I'm sewing those perfect 1/4 inch seams.
Ooh, Bonnie wants to know if you're using a walking foot on your sewing machine.
Yes, but you don't have to. I use a walking foot though when I do binding.
Yes.
Last week, oh listen, you'd be so proud of me. I finished the binding on all 3 of those
Did
quilts.
you? All the ones you started?
I did.
I love that.
I know, all the ones that we were here last week and I felt guilty about.
See, and I brought mine to load onto the long arm today. We're getting stuff done.
We're being so productive,
Yes.
Christina.
Q4,
Okay.
we're just getting stuff done.
So now look, I pressed my seams to the dark side, but now when I add this BR and BR, right? B and BR, I'm gonna press my seams open. I'm gonna try really hard not to burn my finger. I'll save that for tomorrow. Okay? I'm gonna press them open so that my seams lay flat. Okay, here we go.
Oh, as a reminder, the code is GIVE15.
Oh yeah,
GIVE.
not Cody said.
There's a lot of comments asking for that
Oh
again.
yes,
So.
give, G-I-V-E,
Yes.
give 15. It should be take 15.
Oh, that's true, because they're taking
Cody.
advantage.
All right. Okay, hold on here. So see, now I'm just doing this. And look how fun it was to just chain piece. So now I'm doing this. Oh, here's the tip. So this side, it doesn't matter, but this side, when you're sewing, sew from the fat end to the skinny end. It's just easier to get your pieces lined up. I don't think there's a politically correct way of saying that, so we'll just say
The
fat
wide
end,
end?
skinny end. Huh?
The wide end.
Oh, wide to narrow. Look at you guys knowing stuff. Okay, how many people are going to states? How many states?
Oh, a
Has
lot
there
of.
only been what? Has there been a person that had only been to like 1?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think the lowest I've seen is maybe like 7, which is still great.
Okay, my brother Butch, because we had that whole conversation about nicknames. My brother Butch, I think, has truly only been to like 4 states.
Oh, wow.
He is much older than me. He's a homebody.
My mother was feeling guilty that she hadn't left the country until she was 60. And I was like, hey, at least you left, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
They, well, she left the country, but they went to Hawaii. So she flew like overseas was her thing. And technically left like the.
Okay, that is not really, technically, she
Yeah.
left the contiguous U.S.
But then the next year they went to Mexico. So I was like,
okay,
okay,
there
there
you
you go.
There you go. Okay.
I don't know if I've seen someone that's been to all 50.
I know, I bet not yet.
I keep scrolling through the comments. They go so fast.
49, I feel, is like the typical, right?
Yeah.
Look at us. We can talk about traveling and do the whole thing. Okay, again, I'm going to press my seams open so they lay flat. All right. So Oakley called me this morning, and she said, Lola, I'm coming to your house on Friday. And I said, yep, you're coming to have Thanksgiving dinner with me. And she said, what are we having? And I said, well, we're having Thanksgiving. And she said, is there gravy? Because gravy is her favorite food. I said, yes, there's gravy. There's gravy and pie. I feel like how...
I think that's like her most ideal thing is
Right?
gravy and pie.
Right?
You should like try to put the gravy on the pie and see what she does. Like just see if she'll try it.
Just see if she'd try it.
Can
I
you
told
tell?
her
Can
she
you tell
had
I
gravy
was
and
like,
bread the other day for breakfast, right? French toast.
That's right. Can you tell I was like the youngest and have like nieces and nephews that I used to like try to
Tease?
trick? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're almost done. So look, now I'm going to do, what did you tell me? Oh, the wide end to the narrow end. I
Oh,
like
we've got
fat
someone
to
with
skinny.
50.
Oh, who went to 50?
Our own Jeannie Miller.
Jeannie Miller. Of course she did. Of course she has. Hi, Jeannie Miller. She's in Florida.
Ooh, I bet it's
There-
infinitely warmer there.
There are alligators in Florida.
A friend of
Holy
mine,
smokes.
one of my dearest friends, lives in Orlando,
Yes.
and he just got a new job and is moving to Chicago. And I
Oh,
told
he
him,
is going to be in such culture shock.
Yep, I told him that because he's moving in February.
Oh, that was a mistake.
He's like, "Can you help me move?" And I said, "Not in February.
Not-
I can't."
Not in any part of that world. Okay, hold on here. Oh, if Erica were here, she'd chastise me because I didn't pin. Okay. Okay, and look how I'm just chain piecing for days. All right, I'm almost done. All right, so don't forget, thanks to Cody for our great code today. Take an additional 15% off all the stuff that's already on sale on the website, okay? Now, that is only good till midnight Central Time.
Yes.
It's like noon 30 Central Time right now, okay? So shop fast. You're gonna save up to 40% off dyes. Is that true?
Yeah, because they're already buy one, get one 50% off. And that does not include the new dyes, but the rest of
It
them,
doesn't include the new dyes, and it doesn't include the new cube.
Correct.
The English paper piecing cube, which Christina has been trying. I'm proud of her.
I have.
57% off cutters. Use the code GIVE15. Okay? I love that. And she was doing it when she was watching Wheel of Fortune. I feel like that was so appropriate.
Thank you again for helping me figure out English
Needles.
paper piecing.
Tell them what you learned about needles.
Well, it has to be teeny tiny, because I was using like a tapestry needle, so it was really thick and long. That's all I had.
But then I got in my car and brought you needles.
Then I went to the fabric store, I got tiny, tiny needles, and it worked so much better.
She did. Okay. All right, so here we go. All right. Oh, for a minute I thought I did that wrong. That's okay. It wouldn't be the first time. Okay, so look at that. So again, I'm gonna press my seams open and I'm gonna sew my pieces together. Now, when you sew your, I'm gonna tell you use your good iron. My little shovel iron, I mean, it does an okay job, but get a good press on it, okay? Now, when you sew your blocks together, the half, you're gonna say, whoa, that's kind of wonky. Okay, it's supposed to be, okay? So don't stress about it, all right? So just make sure you sew the blocks. But I'm gonna tell you every single time, lay out all the pieces, okay? Now, quilters, this is totally a weekend project. What are you doing Friday? At our house, we're having leftovers. What are you doing Friday after Thanksgiving?
We are watching a football game with my parents.
Who's playing football?
Nebraska.
Oh, I should know that.
Every Black Friday.
I should know
It's
that.
okay. It's gonna
What
be
time is the Nebraska Huskers playing?
noon.
2.
Noon.
Noon. All good things happen noon Central Time. Husker, who are they playing?
Iowa. We always play Iowa on Black
Oh,
Friday.
I'm so out of the loop. Listen, to my defense, I have no idea even what day it is.
It's
I just
okay.
know that I'm supposed to be here. So they're playing Iowa. Hey, Iowa, we love you, even though we're playing you. Okay? All right. Take an additional 15% off your order. Thanks, Cody, for our great code today. This is on top of all the existing promos. So you're going to get up to 40% off dyes. You're going to get up to 57% of your Go Big cutters, okay? And our Ready, Set, Goes and stuff, right?
Yes.
Additional 15%.
Yes, everything
Use
is
the
so on
code
sale.
GIVE15,
Yes.
right? And how much off cubes?
So there's $30 off currently. So after the 15% off, it's a total of, I think, 34%.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
They're so on sale.
We did the math, so don't hold us to that. we used our computer. All right, be sure and sign up for our December 1st holiday shopping extravaganza with our special guest, Eleanor Burns. The link is in the comment section, and since all good things start at noon on Central Time, that's what time we're going to start on Tuesday, December 1st. All right, before we pick a winner, Christina, tell us, was there anybody who, besides Jeannie Miller, good job, Jeannie,
I think
had
Jeannie
been
was
to 50?
the only one I saw. I might have missed them, but I'll go back through the comments
Oh,
and look.
yeah,
But
I
that
bet
was
not.
the most I saw.
Okay. All right, so quilters, to finish your quilt, you're going to turn your block on point. Look at how cool this is. It gives it a totally different look. You're going to cut and sew your setting triangles. You're going to add batting in the back and quilt as desired, okay? And then put a binding on it. Last week, was it just last week, we talked about binding?
Yes, I think so.
Good. The week before, we talked about the pickup truck, just so you know.
Yes.
All of our Facebook, our AccuQuilt Live videos live on our Facebook page.
Yes.
So you could go back to last week if you're not really sure how to do binding. We did a great tutorial on binding. And the week before, we showed you how to do applique, how to download those free embroidery files. Do you know we have hundreds, all of our applique shapes that are non-licensed have free embroidery files, okay? All right, Christina, should we pick a winner?
Yes. Before
Okay,
that,
let's get a drum roll.
all right, we have Wayne House Connect.
Wayne, congratulations. Thanks for joining us today.
And quite a few people have said they've been to 50. I've missed them, but
Oh,
there's quite a
excellent.
few.
So those of you who've been to 50 states, congratulations. Yeah. Good job. All right. Now, First of all, have a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving tomorrow.
You too, Pam.
Yeah, it'll be so nice. And we want everybody to stay healthy and strong. Listen, if you have nothing to do, watch the Husker game at 12 noon on Friday. They're playing Iowa, apparently. Now, next week, we're going to showcase the new gnome die. He's so cute.
I love him so much.
Oh, he is so cute. So we're going to cut a whole bunch of different kinds of fabric. We're going to show you how to make this really cute project with our little gnomes and our cubes,
Yes.
right? Okay? And we're going to make gnome sweet gnomes for days, okay? All right, on behalf of our entire AccuQuilt team. So we have Leslie and Katie are offsite helping us. Is Marissa offsite helping us?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, ladies, for helping us. Here in the Dream Studio, we have Mike and Chelsea and Justin and my good friend Christina. On behalf of all of us, have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you Tuesday, December 1st, and then next Wednesday for AccuQuilt Live. Have a great weekend.